Hey guys, today I'm going to give you a tour of my tiny office. Here is my tiny office, all 650 square inches of it. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of the background at how I came up with this tiny office. First of all, I have always loved watching YouTube videos of people who lay out and build tiny homes. I've always thought that it would be really cool to have a tiny home of my own, not to live in necessarily, but to like travel in. And so when it came time to having to downsize my own office when I was pregnant and needed to give up my office for our baby's nursery, I thought, well, I can make this work. I can make a tiny office. And so I'm going to show you exactly what I did. When I had my own office, though, it was really difficult to pare everything down. All of my paper files were everywhere. I had a filing cabinet, I had banker's boxes full of paper files. So, with the help of my husband, I turned all of my paper files digital, and now I just maintain digital files. I still have to do some paper, but then after I'm done working on that paper, then I turn it into digital. So this is how I'm able to maintain this space and still have what I need, the files that I need. I just do it in a digital format now. I scan them. Um, Three of the things that I was looking for when it came to designing a tiny office space was that it needed to be functional, it needed to be fitting with the rest of the house, and it needed to be fun because my office, it wasn't decorated like the rest of the house. It kind of had things that inspired me, things that I thought were fun or funny or neat. And so I wanted to still be able to fit some of my personality into a tiny office space, even though I had far less space to work with. And this is like 650 square inches. So that's all I had. So on the top of this space, you'll see that this is kind of an armoire looking thing. And believe it or not, I knew that I wanted a computer armoire when I first started thinking about a tiny office. And everything that I could find was like several $100s to a couple $1,000s, and that's money I needed to buy diapers. So I checked Facebook Marketplace, and lo and behold, I found this computer hutch, computer armoire for $35. It was a steal. So first of all, we found this. When we found it, it had like this scalloping design on the front, and my husband and I were able to take that off. It just wasn't, it didn't mesh with the rest of the space and how we have it decorated. And then I also changed the hardware here. I think they were like smaller pulls. I was able to find some hardware at Lowe's that I felt like matched appropriately. And then up above, you see two baskets. I got those from Target. Those house stationery. Those house small things that I need, small equipment that I need, some binders, some keepsakes, and stuff like that. Those go in those top two baskets. Let me go ahead and take you into the first side here. And as you'll note, there is a light that I've mounted in here, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So over here on this side, you'll see that I have a couple of fun things. A lot of the stuff that I utilize in this space is either a command strip situation or magnets. And so I had purchased this metal thing on Amazon, and then all of these magnets I got to kind of decorate. This is another magnetic strip here. So here I have some of my paper clips, and in here I have some personal care items like chapstick or hand lotion, things that are real quick for me to grab. And then down here, these are files that I've worked that need to be turned digital. So that's where I store them. And then once a month, my husband will go in and scan all of those things to make them digital files so that they don't take up too much space. So on this next side, we'll open this up. And so you'll see here that I have a calendar, and then I also have some pictures down here that I've mounted with command strips. But my favorite part of this, let me show you. This was, like I said, already built into the space. It's just this flip down um, tabletop here that essentially gives me extra desk space to work with. So even though I have a limited amount of space in there, this kind of gives me an extra square foot of space to kind of put paperwork and stuff like that. So up top here, you'll see that there are these kind of felt looking trays. These I got on Amazon. They fit this space perfectly, which was just like a paper tray area. And so these just pull out and they have some smaller items that I may need to access, binder clips, my 3-hole punch, just things that I can pull out and gain access to pretty quickly. And then I usually keep like my blue light blocker glasses up there. And then right here used to be like slots. You can tell that there were things here before, but we took those out. And so I've got a picture of me and my husband when we were children, basically. Then I've got my stress ball. I took 2 photo boxes and I just turned that into extra storage. And so those have pens and pencils and notepads and things of that nature, extra USB drives, things like that I keep there. And then down below where my feet are, you'll see that I have some storage under here. I've got some personal files, a file box. This is kind of a catch-all for a few different things. I've got my briefcase down there, an extra laptop, and so I store things down there as well. My feet usually sit right on that ledge there. And then this pulls out as my keyboard tray here with my mouse, and then I'm able to put my planner right there towards the back. That puts that in a cool spot. And then this is the creme de la creme. This is the actual workspace here. And so I have decorated it with a few things that make me happy, but are functional. This one fell off. I'll have to restick that there. Then, as you can see right here, I'm a big fan of Friends. And my sister-in-law got me this. It's kind of like you hang your keys on it, but I put it up with command strips, and I actually put my cell phone here if I'm, listening to a podcast or something like that. I put that up while I'm working. I also installed some sticky LED lights that I got from Five and Below. And then I also got a USB tower here, which is really, really convenient. I plug a lot of stuff into USB, and that kept the USB ports in my laptop free. I've got a few little pieces here, my earbuds and stuff like that, my pens and pencils that I utilize. Then I have my laptop here, and that's sitting on a laptop stand, so it kind of brings it up to eye level and makes it a little easier to have like straight on eye contact with the laptop. And I got that on Amazon. It's just like a metal stand that I got for just a few dollars on Amazon. And then I have current work, things that I'm working on currently that need my attention. And so I keep that like in files on the side of the workspace. That's usually where I have my coffee. And this right here, so when my daughter takes a nap, I can plug in the screen for her monitor, and that just sits right there, and I can keep an eye on her while I'm working. And then back here, you'll see there's a metal plate, and that's or some more magnets if I need to stick some things up there for me to be able to easily see and access. So that right there, folks, is my tiny office. I usually just pull up a dining room chair, and that is how I work day to day, whether I'm writing or just working my business. That is the workspace, and that's how it works for me. So anything that you see here, even though this was ready built for the most part, and the things that I've added are just how to make it functional for me, you can take some of these ideas from this build and put it into a television armoire. You could do the computer keyboard slide, things like that. You could put those into a television armoire and essentially make a computer armoire if you, say, find a TV cabinet or whatever on Facebook Marketplace. So all of this stuff is, you have potential to do it for very low cost. It's just a matter of finding the things that you need to make it work for you. So even though you may not be able to find this exact thing on Facebook Marketplace, you might be able to find something that works, and you could just tweak it a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this quick tour of my tiny office, but now time for me to get to work. So I'll see you next time on my channel, and hope you enjoyed. More to come. Stay tuned.